It was the IB report on foreign-funded NGOs posing a national threat, in fact, that raked up a controversy, and now it's a second report emerging which is suggesting ways to tackle the threat, especially Greenpeace, including the cancellation of its FCRA registration. And Times Now, remember, was the very first channel to tell you about this report. And here is our exclusive report.
First came the Intelligence Bureau report on the foreign-funded NGOs posing a national economic threat to India. And now comes the second IB report suggesting ways to tackle the threat, especially the Greenpeace. And if the government goes down with the IB report, all the international affiliates of the Greenpeace India will have to take prior clearances from the Ministry of Home Affairs.
Greenpeace is being targeted in such a vicious manner. It is only right and appropriate that we get a copy of the report and we have the time to respond to that point by point when it comes to us. As of now, we don't have anything about the report, and I would not like to comment on a report which is flying in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know what the validity of the report is.
Not just Greenpeace, Indian activists like Uday Kumar have been accused of using foreign funds to stoke the anti-nuclear protest in India. But now Uday Kumar has sent a legal notice to the MHA, alleging his reputation was being deliberately maligned.
These are a whole bunch of rumors floating around. There is no intimation that has been given to us, neither from the government. And if it is a recommendation from the IB, I don't know, whose mandate that is as well.
Yet to counter their takedown plans, the follow-up report of IB on the working of foreign-funded NGOs is suggesting a crackdown on the Greenpeace. Bureau Report, Times Now.
And this is what we are breaking to you right now on this developing story. This is another IB report stinging Greenpeace. It says US politician linked to Bill Clinton funded the takedown coal plants. And as this controversy now snowballs, anti-nuke activist Uday Kumar says he sent a legal notice to the MHA alleging his reputation is being deliberately maligned. Let's listen in.
Senior Advocate Mr. M. Radhakrishnan of Madras High Court has sent a legal notice to the Secretary of the Ministry of Home Affairs about the Intelligence Bureau's recent report. In that notice, Advocate Radhakrishnan has claimed that the report was leaked intentionally to ruin my reputation and to harm the respect and the trust that I enjoy among our people. The Intelligence Bureau report was not only leaked to the press, but was also presented as a detailed review of my activities. The report has claimed that I was working in concert with an NGO in the United States and was also working with a German national against the economic interests of India. There is no truth in these claims, and the report was presented as a detailed review in order to undermine my credibility and challenge my integrity.
So there you heard from Uday Kumar. In fact, let's get in more details from Meetu Jain. Remember, she is the one who had broken that story first here on Times Now. Meetu, Uday Kumar's stand is very clear. He says that this is a deliberate attempt to malign him. He says that why is the government not making this report public? Now, what really is the government's intention? Because clearly this IB note that you're getting us details of is talking of strong action against Greenpeace.
That's right. Uday Kumar might be saying that, his reputation is being maligned. But when it comes to hard facts, Uday Kumar has not been able to explain as to why he was being funded by the University of Ohio to really try and take down the Kudankulam project. And remember, where the anti-nuclear activists are concerned, they've been united in one view, and they are saying that the Western world, that means America and other countries, are very keen on promoting nuclear energy in India because that helps their profit margins. But what everybody is forgetting is Kudankulam is a Russian reactor. So the question is that are the Americans funding anti-nuclear agitation in India because they want their technology to be promoted rather than the Russian technology? Well, that is one part of the debate that is really not being touched upon so far. But what Uday Kumar has not been able to explain is why he got some $40,000 just to do a research on race, creeds, etc. through NGOs. And of course, all he did is send 3 papers regarding that to the University of Ohio, for which he was paid 40,000 rupees, that's close to 20 lakh rupees. So essentially, Uday Kumar has not been able to explain hard facts, even though he's, of course, thinking of suing the IB director. Of course, where the legal position is that that's simply not possible, because the IB is really not under the ambit in such a situation, and this is supposed to be anyway a secret report which should not have been made public, and definitely should not have been leaked to the media.
You know, Meetu, also very significantly, this IB report is literally closing down on Greenpeace when it says that US politician was linked to the Bill Clinton, in fact, funded the takedown of the coal plants. You're also telling us about the donations and funds which are completely now under the scanner.
That's right. In fact, in the 2 months ago, a notice was issued to Greenpeace as to why action should not be initiated against them for striking them off the FCRA list. In other words, if Greenpeace's FCRA clearance is put on the back burner, if Greenpeace is blacklisted, they will not be able to get foreign funds. And at the moment, Greenpeace gets 94% of its funds from Greenpeace International, even though it says that it is locally funded. It's funded by Indians. Essentially, if that happens, Greenpeace's activities in India will come to literal halt, because most of the funding is coming from abroad. It would be an interesting factor to see what happens if FCRA is stopped and it is put on the list of prior permissions. If that happens, then one really has to see how much of funds Greenpeace can garner within the country.